Good morning, guys. So let's get dressed. I already have all my, well, it's right here. I have my workout clothes out ready. That's literally what's helped me so much, is all my skincare out, anything that I need to open a drawer for, anything I need every single morning in my bathroom, I take it out. I put my toothpaste on my toothbrush, all the things, a little towel, like my headband, everything. I like organize. I put it all on my counter the night before. I've been doing a Pilates challenge, so today's day 7. Let's get dressed. Skincare, almost out of this, but I love this. Look how huge it is. It's by Good Molecules. This is what I use for cleanser. This is what I use for toner. Beauty of Josian. I use the Medicube vitamin C. I don't have the little dropper. Then I use this also by Good Molecules. This eye gel. And then this is the best sunscreen I've used for the size and like the consistency and how it feels and works and everything. I think it's a little pricey, but for the size, it's not too bad. I'm sorry, I can't keep looking at my phone with this hair. Oh shit. I haven't put my contacts case out. Everything. I'm training my part. Yeah, I'm trying to cover my part because my middle part is always trying to sabotage my bangs. So I have this brush for my wavy hair, and then I have this brush. This one's good when it's wet. This one is good when my hair is dry, like right now that it's like all crazy. But I don't want to like run my fingers through it. Here's a little better. So I do put my bangs up in the headbands. I always use 2 clips to pin these sides back because when I go down like this, like I don't want that hair to go forward. Change of plans. I'm going to put my makeup on. So I always exfoliate because I have dry skin. Well, I didn't want to come over here to do my makeup because it's a mess. The desk is clean. Let's put makeup on. I've just been working on my paper the last like week or so. I want to do like a whole video talking about my research proposal, but I just want it to be done and like turned in and everything before I, start sharing stuff. I'm in my last class, which is the general psychology capstone course. I ended up doing my research proposal on mindfulness-based interventions with preschoolers and how it benefits them and what that is and all these things. It did give a positive psychology twist in there. I got a super good grade on my outline, which was the assignment like right before my paper, and my paper's due today, but I've had it done for about 2-ish days now. But there's this like thing where it's a turn it in report, and it will tell you if you are plagiarizing or if you need to paraphrase something, and it'll like let you know, right? So I turned my paper in. The first one came back 7% out of my whole entire paper had like areas that I needed to fix. My paper had to be at least 3,500 words, approximately 15-ish pages. Okay. The last couple of days before I turned it in, I spent a lot of the time literally just trying to get to my word count. I just started out by reading the instructions, writing out everything that I was gonna need. That kind of gave me the idea of the headers to use. So I basically had the introduction, and then I had the part where I had to do my literature reviews, and I had 3 separate topics on that. So I had that whole section was like broken up into 3, and then I had my proposal section, which in there has like the procedures, the methods, how I'm measuring things, like all that stuff, and then the conclusion. That's how I kind of started out, and then I just started writing each section separately and organizing each section too into like what I was trying to say and what I needed to focus on in each section as well. So once I did that and I wrote the whole paper, I was like 5 pages short. Yeah. So I spent my time going through each section, not trying to be too rambly, but then also going back to the articles and seeing other things that I could include. Then I was able to get a little bit more creative because I was trying to just stick to the what it wanted me to include, right? But then I was like, okay, well, I can add a little bit more to the procedures. I can add a little bit more to, you know, certain things that I didn't need citations for, so that it wouldn't give me like more work. But also, if I did have a section where I had citations already, then I would just use those citations to get a little bit more like information, you know, to synthesize into it. Not including the references page or the introduction page. The paper ended up at 3,600 words, which was like, I spent like, well, pretty much, yeah, Saturday and Sunday trying to get to my word count. Yeah, it's been a process. Yeah, but I've honestly really enjoyed it. I'm excited to be done though. I'm so excited to be done. This has really taught me that I have way more time to prioritize things than I thought. Every time we go through these things that help us grow, you know, we realize like, wow, you know, we really, and also the Adderall. I started taking Adderall in August of 2024, and I started my program in January. So that was a really big reason for me to finally go and get some help for my ADHD. And I haven't like done really an update on that. I'm totally gonna do that. I did one. I don't remember how long I'd been taking it, but overall it's been a positive, life-changing experience. Like, let me tell you that. Wait, should I do a little more blush or no? No, girl, you're good. So yeah, what was I even talking about? So there's so many things that I'm excited to do once I'm done with grad school. I made a video about like the big question now is like, so what now? Like, what are you gonna do? What kind of job can you get, right? It's not like I have a license to do anything specific. It's just having higher education in that field. I can really use it however I kind of like, where I can kind of fit myself into. So there's like a gray area because of it's like kind of, I could do coaching, not necessarily therapy. Also me just developing resources, curriculum. I have so many ideas for content and just to share all of the things that I've learned this year in positive psychology. I'm super excited to just get creative. I love just being creative and doing my own thing, you know. RAMSES is going to be transitioning as well from his job. The goal is for him to just have his own private practice full time. He has had his private practice open pretty much almost a year and a half, but you know, he can't go like full force. He like works weekends, he works Wednesdays and sees his own patients, and I'm going to be helping him with that as well. So incorporating a lot of those things into the practice as well is kind of our vision too. So we're really excited for the new year, to be honest. Oh my God, last year, I'm already talking like this next year. This year really started out terribly for our family, for my specifically side of the family. So honestly, anything is going to be better than how 2025 started. When we moved into this house, RAMSES had a different job that paid him more, and they ended up firing him because of a TikTok that he posted. It's gonna be 2 years when that happened. I moved in to this house July of 2023. And then RAMSES ended up getting fired January of 2024. No, February of 2024. So yeah, shit, 2024 started shitty too. Oof. So it was really difficult. Like I said, we've barely been living here like 6 months or whatever. So even when he ended up getting a job, paid him a good amount less than what he was making before, that really put us out. Like, we can pay our bills, we can pay the house, like we can do everything. It's just been a little tight this last year that I've been in school as well. And since I haven't worked and I homeschool, that also puts us in a position when we're like, well, you know, if I work or if I find a job, I need to, you know, also figure out what we're gonna do with the kids. And, you know, my older two are old enough to understand and know and have an opinion on whether they want to go to school or not. And right now the schools are even worse than when I decided to homeschool my kids. And like, that's another video as well. I'm writing these things down. I'm going to forget. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna make a video on kind of an updated video on why I chose to homeschool my kids, and then also just how ironic and crazy how things have just gotten worse. Like, I didn't think things could get worse than they were like 7 years ago. 6, 7. Yeah, they can, Lil. They really can. It's really felt validating year after year after year after year to really feel validated in the decision to homeschool. Oh, so back to what I was saying. I do worry about that, you know, like, what are we gonna do? And you know, YouTube pays me pennies. I mean, I've been posting videos since before content creating was even called a job or like, you know, pursued for money. So, you know, it's nothing new to me, but also I never liked being a sales girl, right? Like, that's literally what influencing is, right? To make money, and a lot of money is getting sponsored and just talking about sponsor wants you to talk about, and you know, cool, great. Like, if you actually use it and you know, whatever, that's the dream. I have not been able to really hone in on that side. I don't know if like nowadays you just need a manager or what. So anyway, this upcoming year is definitely going to change a lot of things. I've learned so much, like my perspective on things, on life, when you want to do things a certain way and not just like, yeah, can I just go and get a 9-to-5 job and put the kids in school and like all these things? Like, yeah, I could, but at the same time that would create another slew of issues. My mission is going to be to create more money from home and help RAMSES with his practice so that it's easier on him and he can ultimately, you know, do it full time. And yeah, and he'll definitely make more make more money than what he's making now. So then relatively we can kind of keep the same, you know. But I know it's like, so I don't have to work. But it's like, no, I want to work. It's just, I could also teach because I'll have my master's. So I could possibly teach child development because I have my bachelor's in elementary education, and then now I'll have my master's in positive psychology. So I'm thinking about looking into that as well. I spend an embarrassing amount of time on my eyebrows. Yeah. The reality of bangs. I literally have a remolino right here, or a cow, what is it called? Cowlick. And then I have 2 on the back of my head. Okay, that's good enough. Let's go check my paper. So yeah, so it was at a 3%. So I'm just going to change a couple of things and turn it in. And it's like my last day today, my last day having to do any schoolwork. Okay, I'm in the living room now. I already baked cupcakes and some cookies with the kids. So I cleaned everything up, did all the dishes, made them lunch in between, cleaned up and everything, and I just doom scrolled for a little while because I was just tired. Ramses is home. He brought me a coffee. So yeah, I'm going to tend to all of this. This is what we did yesterday for homeschool. I might move my table like this way. 1 second. These bookshelves are, I swear, just filled to the brim. There are so many things that I'm excited to get done, to do after, like now that I'm done. Like I just kept thinking like, oh, once I'm done, I can't wait to do this. So like one of the things, like everybody probably, is their closet. So pretty much all year I have not cleaned out my closet, gone through my clothes. And in the last year, I've like lost like 25 pounds, almost 30 pounds. I also need to get some grad pictures done because I tried to do some DIY ones the other night, but it did not happen. I'm gonna make a video about that, like things that I can't wait to do now that I'm done with my master's program or with grad school or whatever. Definitely super excited just to do more in homeschool, go out more, definitely just enjoying, you know, our time and being able to just do things that I couldn't do. I couldn't cook or bake or like do as many hands-on things this year. I told the girls that I'm so grateful for them and that when I'm done, you know, things are going to change and we're not going to be home as much as we've been, but they like being home too, so which is the funny thing.